Welcome to another episode of the INH show, talking about geek culture, news, and lifestyle. You might notice something a little bit different, because we are doing something different today. We're going to be unboxing a new toy that I picked up, and yeah, let's get into it. Now, I say it's a toy, but I spent about $50 US to get this thing. And for those who don't know, it is a third-party upgrade to the Transformers Generations Metroplex figure, which was the biggest toy. Terrence, I think you know the toy I'm talking about,
yeah,
don't you?
Absolutely.
Transforms to a city.
Yep.
Do you know who these guys are?
No, I actually don't.
These are his little guys who run around, and one of them is supposed to be the guy who's all his weapons transform into this one guy.
Okay.
And the other one's supposed to be one of his tanks.
Fair.
Well, let's unbox it. So, what do you think about the way this looks, Terrence, so far?
I mean, it does look, what's the word for it? Pro?
Yeah, it's quite clean, right? It's
very clean. I noticed the third party, usually third party stuff to me is very so-so, right? But from what I can see on the box, it seems to be a matte finish box. I'm a huge fan of the matte finish. It feels really nice in your hands and stuff like that. But I don't see it being, for example, worse than, what's the word for it? Than your licensed official Hasbro sort of merchandise, I guess.
Well, one thing I noticed straight away is that in terms of packaging, it's not the greatest. Normally these come in sandwiched together, but oh well, what can you do? Probably won't be keeping the packaging anyway. Instructions, front and back. So very simple instructions, and let's get hands-on with these guys. So here we have, I believe this is Turrets, and this is Manacle. What do you think of those names, Terrence? Turrets and Manacle.
Turrets make sense to me. Manacle.
Manacle.
What?
Sounds
Who
like
comes up with this stuff?
Sounds like a nightclub that certain people would go to.
Hey, hold on. So this actually goes into Metroplex.
Yeah.
The official licensed Metroplex?
I believe they're designed to work with them.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can. I mean, the quality of plastic is pretty good. It doesn't feel like one of the sort of thing you'd get from an officially licensed toy.
Right.
Guns, more guns, and some plastic.
I mean, it doesn't look like it's very hard to transform, to be honest with you.
No, not at all.
Very simple ball joints, obviously. Well, it seems like everything is a ball joint, except I don't even see any swivel joints. Oh, here we go. I do.
These are pretty cool they're pretty cool for tiny little figures, though. I mean, they seem to be quite articulate. Hands, arms move.
Yeah, if you don't mind me asking, how much did you pay for these?
I think it was like 40...
$40?
40, no, it was like 50, well, let's say 49 US.
49 US?
Yeah.
For this? Are you serious?
I'm very, do I look like I'm kidding right now?
Wow, okay.
What do you think about that?
I would definitely not pay
These things are not
$40.
cheap.
I would definitely not pay $50 for this.
I think $50 is...
Wait, that's considering $50 US. Our dollar's dropping pretty badly at the moment. So you bump that up by an extra, what, 30%? 20?
Yeah. Oh,
20%?
our dollar is doing terribly at the moment, isn't it?
It is. But, wow, I can't believe you paid that much for it. Is it hard to do? Can you do a transform?
I think we can. I mean, this thing is not very complex.
So wait,
in fact, you know what?
This is a tank.
It's supposed to be a tank, you know. And in fact, I reckon you could probably figure this out without even...
You know what? I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna pop my head into the camera. I know I popped in and out. Hello. I already popped in and out a couple of times, but wow. Okay.
You know, one thing I noticed about this guy, who is... I better just get my facts straight. This guy is Turrets. He pulls himself... He's a parts former, by the looks of it. Kind of just separates into two.
What? Can I separate this guy into two? I better not break his, $50 transformer.
$50, man. $50 US.
I can't believe you paid $50 for this.
You know what, though? I think...
I'm a little bit in shock, Ken. I think we need to talk about this.
Well, it's not like I'm buying those Funko Pops, with no rhyme or reason and collecting everything for the sake of collecting.
Rod. But wow. If they come up with different color version of this, of the exact same toy, would you get it?
Probably not. I mean, I got this because it is a reference to an existing character who was on the cartoon. I mean, I don't think you remember it. You remember Metroplex, but you probably wouldn't remember this actual toy itself.
No, I don't. But on a side note, Rod, we really need to have a talk about your addiction to these pop vinyl toys. We really do. But get into Hot Toys instead.
Get into third-party Transformers instead, Rod. $50 for this.
Do it.
But I think these are pretty cool. I mean, price aside, I can see that these are very fun to play with. You know, they move, they pose quite nicely for something so small.
Not for $50, man. Are you transforming them? I'm going to transform this one.
Go ahead, yeah, you can try.
It's on this side?
Yeah.
Okay, pretty straightforward, right?
I think so.
Yep, so head up like that. That twists. What? That twists. There we go. Nearly there already. I'm going to take his gun off. So both hands...
I mean, I think the value...
It feels solid. Look, I gotta say, it does not feel like a flimsy toy. It does feel... The plastic does feel solid, and I like the fact that it's all ball joints, so if you do accidentally pop out the actual joints or the arms or something, you can just pop back in as well. That's a really cool feature of these toys, but...
So they come with a lot of weapons and stuff like that.
I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'm doing something wrong. I stopped reading the instructions thinking I can figure it out by myself.
Were you one of those kids who always, tried to figure it out before?
Oh yeah, and 9 out of 10 times you do.
Back in the old days with the old
the easy
transformation,
stuff,
where it's like flip this over and turn it over and it's all done.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm too scared to break this $50 toy. I know I can do it, but I don't think I want to.
Well, I think this is a pretty cool toy. Those if you're a fan of Transformers, if you're rich like I am, then I think this is very much worth the price.
Well, speaking of third party, though, I'm a huge fan of the what do you call the Predaking? You've got that now, don't you?
I do have that now, yeah. And once again, DrKooAfterDark on Instagram.
And they're really cool.
They are.
You've transformed it.
I've combined it together. It feels solid, but that one is definitely not a kid's toy.
Yeah, right.
This is the sort of thing that I think a kid could play with. Predaking, no one's going to be able to play with it.
No. Okay.
So yeah, there we go.
What
produced by Iron Factory, who is I think a relatively newcomer to the third-party scene. There's certainly no Fans Project or Mastermind Creations, which are more well-known names.
And that's exactly what I was going to ask you next. Who are the main two sort of brands? Mastermind.
I think the big ones are Fans Project. And probably Mastermind Creations. I think there's that top tier, and then there's a tier below that, which is like TFC and.
And how much would you pay for one of these? I mean, being that this is $50 for these two. How much would you pay for one of those
You're paying less than 100 US. It'd be less than 100 US. I think it would be about
what, like 90?
Yeah. Let's say touching 100
for each.
For one, yeah.
For one, and then you have to buy how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Right. So it can be a pretty costly commitment.
Oh my god.
But I gotta tell you, I mean, you're not sold on this thing, but just fiddling around and playing with this thing, I gotta say it's a lot. I'm actually having a lot of fun just moving around. And
are you serious?
I can imagine all the poses. Yeah, and look, it combines with the big Metroplex toy. Well, you're really souring this thing, huh?
Well, I don't see what's so great about it. I mean, if you were look, I popped over to your place before, and I've touched and played around with the one of the Predacons, right? And that was really cool.
And you think that was worth like twice the price of this?
Absolutely, because there's more engineering behind it. This is like simple ball joints, twist this, twist that, put it arms in place, and that's it. I gotta say, the plastic does not feel cheap and crappy.
Yeah, I'm happy with the plastic.
The molding seems to be good, and the paint job on it, I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but it seems to be pretty good. It seems to be pretty decent so far.
Yeah, so it's I think in terms of the production, on an objective level, I think it's good. Mm-hmm. I think the molding, the sculpting, I think it's designed in such a way as to be simple. Look, I'm very happy with this. If you're a fan of third-party Transformers, I'm pretty sure you'll like this as well. You're just jealous that I got this big money to throw around.
I'm out.
Well, let us know what you think. If you're a fan of these third-party Transformers, if you want to see more unboxing videos, I got quite a lot of stuff coming in, so let us know what you think. Drop us a line in the comment field below. Otherwise, we'll catch you next week with some more INH goodness. See you next time.
Okay, bye.